Good morning, students. Welcome to the class on pericyclic reactions. Yesterday we were discussing about endoselectivity. So we will continue that discussion. I'll give you a problem. You try to answer this. Surya, is the screen clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if it is not clear or is there any problem, please inform me.
Okay, sir.
Right. So look at this problem. Yeah. If both sides we have carboxylate groups, then it is fine. Whether we write this fellow like this, okay? But in this case, one side we have carboxylate ester group, one side we have normal alkyl group. Then we may try to write like this also. Okay, so you can try the Diels-Alder with any of these configurations, any of these orientations. If both of them are carbonyls, then it is no problem. If you write with this configuration or with this conformation, it doesn't matter. Okay, both of them will give the product. But in this case, you see, when we write like this, it will have secondary orbital interaction. So this will lead to endo product. But when we write like this, see, this is away from the diene. So this carbonyl doesn't have any interaction with the diene. So in this case, we don't have endoselectivity. Okay, so that is why we never try to write the product with this conformation. Okay, yes, ethyl is placed towards the diene, but ethyl doesn't have any additional double bond, which will lead to endoselectivity. Whereas this ester C double bond O is there. If we place it like this, then C double bond O nearer to the diene. In that case, C double bond O will have secondary orbital interaction with the diene. Then it is possible to have endoselectivity. But if we write like this, we don't have endoselectivity. So for endoselectivity, how do we write the diene? Right, diene must be dienophile. The double bonds, which functional group which is having additional double bonds, is it must be written nearer to the diene. Okay, the substituent on the dienophile which is having additional double bonds, it must be written nearer to the diene. But if we write like this doesn't have any secondary orbital interaction. So here we don't have endoselectivity, but here we have endoselectivity. So remember that when we try to write the product, then as I said, the internal groups, hydrogens are there, so they will occupy above the plane. So methyls, both methyls will occupy below the plane. At the same time, when we have endoselectivity, the substituent is always below the plane. When we have endoselectivity, the group which is undergoing endoselectivity, so that must be placed below the plane, because ethyl and ester both are trans to each other. As we said, the stereochemistry of the reactants will be retained in the product. So ester and ethyl must be trans in the product also. So this is how we need to examine the stereochemistry of the products point by point. Lavanya, can you please send a message to me after the class? if we try to attempt the product in this case also, we can write the product just for practice only. Okay, the product is not product is this fellow only, but not this. But still we will try to write the product. So as I said, the whatever internal substituents, they will occupy above the plane, because when dienophile is approaching this molecule, as I said, diene will be above the plane, above, dienophile will be below. So it will approach like this. So when it is approaching the internal substituents, they will have spherical repulsions. So they will occupy above the plane. So these two hydrogens will occupy above the plane, and these two methyls will occupy below the plane. At the same time, when dienophile is approaching this molecule, whatever they're nearer to this dienophile, that means they're this side, left side, these two groups will feel spherical repulsion. So they will occupy below the plane. These two will occupy below the plane. So ethyl group and hydrogen will occupy below the plane. Then the groups which are on the right side, they will occupy above the plane. They will occupy above the plane. So just for practice, okay. It is not the product, but still for a practice. Okay, okay, మార్చుకోపో.
చాలు అయిపోయింది.
So you try to give the product here. Right. So when we try to write the product here, so first we will write 6-membered ring. Then we have a double bond here. Of course, OTMS is on the double bond, so we don't need to worry about stereochemistry of OTMS. Then O methyl group, yes, we are writing it below the plane. So we are writing it below the plane. And at the same time, out of these methyl and aldehyde groups, aldehyde is having an additional C double bond. Double bond is there. So it will have secondary orbital interaction. So CHO will follow endo rule. So CHO will be below the plane. Methyl will be above the plane. So this is how we need to predict the stereochemistry. Right. When we treat this fellow with one normal HCl, what happens? OTMS will be deprotected. So OTMS will undergo hydrolysis. So OTMS will undergo hydrolysis, so it becomes OH. It becomes OH. So then lone pair on oxygen, when it polarizes towards itself, then double bond. Normally, if we don't have any other substituents, this enol will undergo tautomerization to give the corresponding carbonyl. But here, what we are having a OR group, alkoxy group. So when this double bond polarizes this direction, OMe will be leaving. So that is why we have a carbonyl. At the same time, double bond is migrated like this. Okay, double bond is polarized like this. Then of course we have methyl group and carbonyl. Please don't use annotations pen. Please don't use. You just place your mobile aside, take the notes along with me. Okay, please don't do anything with the mobile. Similarly, when we want to predict the product here, though I have written CO2Me on the right side, but it should be left side. Why? Because CO2Me is an endoselectivity group. So we should write left side. Even if we don't write left side also, it's not a problem. We know it will give an endoselectivity product. So it must be below the plane. CO2Me must be below the plane. Of course, this NME2 will be below the plane, and this is OTBS, right? So this can also be further converted using LAH reduction, then followed by 10% HF acetonitrate. So what will be the product here? Right? LAH reduction is for ester. So ester will be converted to alcohol. HF is used to deprotect any silicon functional groups. So TBS, tertiary butyl dimethyl silane. So this silicon group will be deprotected using HF. Similarly, the NME2 group is also leaving. So in this case, so when it undergoes deprotection, then lone pair and oxygen will polarize towards carbon. So it generates a carbon double bond. Double bond will migrate. So NME2 will be leaving. So it gives a similar product like this. Okay. You try the product. Right. The next problem we will see how we can predict the stereochemistry of endo products if diene is part of a cycle, if diene is part of a cycle, right? So as you know, C double bond O is there, additional double bond is there. So that means these groups on dienophile, they must be below the plane. These groups must be below the plane. But this is a cyclic system, so we don't write it below the plane. We will write now. Right. First, I'll try to give the product. Then I will explain the stereochemistry. Right. So this is the product with this double bond and diene. Then we also have this benzophenone. Right. Generally, what we do, if it is an acyclic system, what we will do, we will keep these two groups below the plane. But since it is a cyclic system, we cannot place it below the plane. So what we will do, whatever the hydrogens are there, we will place them above the plane. We will place them above the plane. So this is how we need to give the stereochemistry when the diene, which is having endoselectivity, is a cyclic system. If it is acyclic, then yes, we can write it with below the plane. But if it is cyclic, it is better to write in this form. Right. In the next example, uh, you try to give the product here. Again, I am giving a benzophenone dione, but this time I am giving a substituted benzophenone. So in this case, what is the important point is we have two possible dienes. Okay, which one will act as a two possible dienophile. So which one will act as a dienophile? In this case, it is symmetrical. So any of them it is okay. But here these two are different. So which one will act as a dienophile in this case? Right, because these additional double bonds, uh, again we will get endoselectivity, OTBS. Methyl group will be below the plane. Of course, these two. Then first point is we need to decide whether this double bond will undergo Diels-Alder reaction or this double bond will undergo Diels-Alder reaction. Right. When we look at the substituents, O-methyl group plus M group, methyl group plus I group. So it is an electron rich double bond. It is an electron rich double bond. So I'll write dienophile. It is an electron rich dienophile. Whereas this fellow, it is comparatively, I don't say electron poor, but it is comparatively, yeah, this is C double bond O, this is C double bond O. So it has two electron withdrawing groups. So this double bond, it is having electron poor dienophile. Electron poor dienophile. Because of these two electron releasing groups, it is an electron rich double dienophile. Because of these two electron withdrawing groups, it is an electron poor dienophile. So as I said in the beginning of the Diels-Alder reaction, diene must be electron rich, dienophile must be electron poor. So according to that rule, this double bond will undergo Diels-Alder reaction. So this dienophile is utilized in Diels-Alder reaction. So this will not undergo. So we will have these things as it is. Then it is important to write the stereochemistry here. So in the previous case, if it is an acyclic system, what we used to do, the endo product. So the endo groups we used to write below the plane, right? That means this alkyl group and this carbon, these two bonds must be below the plane. But since it is a cyclic system, it looks awkward to represent them in below the plane. So what we will do, whatever the hydrogens are there, we represent them above the plane. So if hydrogens are above the plane, obviously these carbon groups will be below the plane. So this is how we will represent the product. I'll give one more problem for practice. You practice this. I'll give one more problem for practice. So we're getting an intermediate. So the reaction is not, we don't stop it here. Immediately we will add a dye. So that will undergo Diels-Alder reaction. So what is the product? Here, when we treat this with base tripropylamine, the alpha carbon is SD carbon, so anion generates here, so which will be polarized towards this. So among this ester group and SO2 pH, you tell me which one will be a good leaving group. Okay, so that it generates a double bond. Then we have two different double bonds, unsubstituted, and here we have one more substituent. If one is leaving, another will be. So decide which is electron poor among the two dienophiles. Then react that dienophile with this diene, give the product. So you practice them, okay? I can give you any number of problems, it doesn't matter. But if you practice them, then you will learn exactly how to expect the stereochemistries. Please take a snapshot. I'll change this page. Right. Right. So this is an endoselective dienophile. So it must be written left side. Okay. But of course, we know how to predict the stereochemistry, right? So it is not always required to write the dienophile correctly. Okay. We can write the product correctly. So according to endoselectivity, this must be below the plane. So this is endo product, right? This is endo product. So we will write it like this. So if you write left side or right side, it doesn't matter. We should predict the product correctly. So that's what our point is. Right. Then, yeah, we have chlorines. Okay. But still, this is not a product. Why? As we learned how to develop alpha beta unsaturated carbonyls, where we used to have a sulfur group. We have oxidized the sulfur to sulfur oxide. Then when we heat it, what happens? This sulfur oxide will take this hydrogen. So it is an ene reaction, right? So this oxygen will pick up this hydrogen. So a carbon carbon double bond will form, right? So this is not the final product. The final product is this double bond. Okay. Of course, we have chlorines everywhere plus PHSOH. So this is the product. And if we want to remove all the chlorines, what we will do? We will treat this fellow with zinc and acetic acid. So we can do dehalogenation. So zinc and acetic acid treatment will give us dehalogenated product. I'll just give two more examples. You practice them. Yeah, we know this dienophile, right? When we heat it, it generates a benzenoid diene. In this reaction, 3 rings will be generated. So what is the product here? At the same time, what is the product here?